Well, hi there. Welcome back to Parent Story Hour. Everyone's sleeping right now, including Megan. She didn't even wake up yet. But I woke up to something really weird this morning. There was like this house, this doll house that I almost tripped on when I woke up. That was not there when I went to bed. It had furniture and everything. I don't know where it came from. And it got me to thinking about creepy things that happen in the night. And I thought, why not share this book? So today, I'm going to read The Elves and the Shoemaker, because this is really the epitome of creepy things happening in your house at night. Sorry that I'm whispering. Everyone's still asleep. Here is the shoemaker. I mean, look at him. He looks rough. Here is the shoemaker's wife, making some kind of potato soup. The shoemaker and his wife have no money, and you can see by the illustration they have no money because the shoemaker is turning his pockets inside out, just in case you're wondering, does he have money in there? And his wife is dumping out her change purse, and there's buttons coming out. So if you were unsure, that is proof they have no money. The shoemaker is in his shop. He has some leather, so he cuts out some shoes. Now this is the first sign of shady behavior. Here he is, no money, cutting out some leather, but he has a pipe. He's smoking a pipe. Like, where did he get that then? The shoemaker says, I want to go to bed. I can make the shoes in the morning. In the morning, the shoemaker comes to work in his shop. He sees some shoes. He says to his wife, did you make the shoes? No, says his wife. And judging from the expression on her face, do you think she made these shoes? Look at her face. She can't believe it. And here's the shoes. She's just as shocked as he is. And he's still asking her, did you make them? Yeah, his poor wife who's cooking potato soup is getting up in the middle of the night to make shoes. You're delusional. The shoemaker sells the shoes. He has some money for more leather. I can make more shoes, he says. The shoemaker cuts out some more shoes. He and his wife go to bed. In the morning, the shoemaker comes into his shop to make the shoes. But alas, look what's there. These very nice pairs of shoes. So at this point, what would you do? If shoes were appearing in your home and you didn't make them, and you already asked your wife the night before, call the police? I don't know. But what does he do? Look, says the shoemaker, did you make the shoes? He asks his wife again. No, says his wife. I'm surprised she didn't throw one of them at him. Obviously, she's not making the shoes. You already asked her. The shoemaker sells the shoes. He has some money for more leather. The shoemaker says, I want to see who makes the shoes for us. We can hide and see who comes. So just now he's curious. He's sold these shoes twice. They are magically appearing in his workshop. And just now he's deciding that he wants to see how these shoes are making their way into his home. The shoemaker cuts out some shoes, and he and his wife hide. They look to see who comes. So here they go, behind the curtain. Some elves come into the shop. The elves work, and the shoemaker and his wife look. The elves make the shoes. Okay. So here they are. Now, if you caught elves making something in your home at night, you might have a few reactions. One, maybe you would catch them in a cage and call Guinness Book. Or maybe you would ask them what they were doing in your home. Their reaction is not like that at all. The shoemaker says, The elves help us. They make shoes for us. I want to help the elves. We can help. We can make some clothes for the elves. So their solution is to make tiny clothes. Let me just ask you again, if you caught elves in your home making something in the night, would your first reaction be, I'm going to make them some tiny clothes? It wouldn't be my first reaction. Maybe eventually, if I got to know the elves and they expressed a need for nicer clothing, I might help them with that, but there's a lot of assumptions happening here. The shoemaker and his wife work and work. They make clothes for the elves. Here are the clothes and the shoes, so here they go, making little tiny clothes and shoes for the random creepy elves who sneak into their home. The shoemaker and his wife go and hide. The elves come into the shop. Look, they say, here are some clothes for us. Okay, now I blame the elves too. They see the clothes and they just try them on. They're not like, is this a trap? These people must know about us. We shouldn't be found. Like, why haven't they just introduced themselves by now if they're gonna just try the clothes on and act like it's nothing? The elves like the clothes. They have fun in the shop. This whole picture creeps me out. Here they are, having fun. And look at the shoemaker and his wife. Nobody notices any of this. The elves go home. They are happy. The shoemaker and his wife have a lot of money and they are happy. So the elves are going home, but they're probably going to eventually get eaten by that cat. And there they are, making all of their money. Now, that's just the end. That's how it ends. That's it. We don't know what happened. Did they keep helping them? Did they move on to another family? I mean, if the shoemaker was smart, he would have convinced the elves to be some kind of circus sideshow. He would have made more money off of that. Or like a YouTube video of the elves making the shoes. People would have definitely bought those shoes. And, you know, instead, he just sold 1 or 2 pairs at a time and said, oh, it must be the elves that sneak in my house. A lot of mental health problems in these children's stories. So that was The Elves and the Shoemaker. I'm going to go before someone wakes up and interrupts this story hour. And I hope everyone is staying sane and healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow.